Do you ever wonder what your cat is really thinking? Cats, those enigmatic creatures that share our homes, have their unique ways of expressing their feelings. Their communication involves a complex mix of vocalizations, body language, and behavioral cues. It's a language that's fascinating yet often misunderstood. Today, we're embarking on a journey to decode this mysterious feline language. We're not merely playing detectives to find out if our cats hate us. Instead, we're trying to understand the top 10 signs that might indicate your cat is unhappy with you. It's not about fostering negativity, but about enhancing our understanding of our feline friends, and perhaps improving the bond we share with them. Whether you're a seasoned cat parent or someone who's just welcomed a furry friend into your life, this exploration promises to be enlightening. So buckle up, fellow cat enthusiasts, and prepare to delve a little deeper into the feline psyche. Let's dive straight into the world of feline communication. The 10th sign is ignoring you. Now, we all know cats have a reputation for being aloof, but there's a difference between their typical independent behavior and outright ignoring you. If your feline friend is consistently unresponsive to your calls, or seems to avoid eye contact, it's possible they're upset with you. When cats are happy and content, they usually respond to their names or at least show some interest when you're around. But when they're upset or angry, they may intentionally ignore you as a form of protest. It's their way of saying, "Hey, I'm not happy with the current situation." And remember, cats are creatures of subtlety. They won't necessarily make a big fuss or create a scene. Instead, they might just turn their back on you or walk away. It's a silent yet powerful message. So, if your cat is giving you the cold shoulder, it might be trying to tell you something, biting or scratching. Now, we all know that a little nibble or a playful scratch during a game of pounce the string is just part of cat play. But when it crosses a line into more frequent or intense aggression, it's time to take note. Cats, like humans, have a range of emotions. If your feline friend starts to bite or scratch more than usual, it could be expressing frustration or anger. Perhaps it's upset about a change in its environment, or it's not getting enough stimulation. Cats aren't spiteful creatures, they're simply trying to communicate. They use their teeth and claws not because they're mean, but because they don't have words to express their feelings. So, if you notice a surge in biting or scratching, it's time to investigate what's behind this change in behavior. Remember, your cat isn't naturally mean. It communicates with its claws and teeth. The 8th sign is hiding from you. Now, we all know that felines have a flair for the dramatic. They might play hide and seek for fun or when they're feeling a bit anxious. But if your kitty has started to resemble a hermit more than a house pet, it's time to take notice. Cats might hide when they're upset or scared, retreating to their safe space to recalibrate. It's their way of saying, "I need a moment alone, thank you very much." But if your feline friend consistently avoids your company, it could be a sign of something more sinister. Maybe they're upset about something, or perhaps they're not quite feeling themselves. It could even be that they're unhappy with something in their environment. It's important to respect their need for space, but also to keep an eye out for any changes in behavior. If your cat is playing hide and seek a little too often, it might be trying to escape from something or someone. The 7th sign is avoiding affection. Cats are notoriously independent creatures, but they do enjoy a good cuddle or a gentle stroke from their trusted humans. However, if your feline friend suddenly starts avoiding these tender moments, it could be a sign that something is amiss. Like humans, cats use physical contact as a form of communication and bonding. So when they start recoiling from your touch, it's their way of saying they're not comfortable or happy. This could be due to several reasons. Maybe they're feeling under the weather, or they're upset about a change in their environment. It's also possible that they're associating your touch with a recent unpleasant experience, such as a visit to the vet's office. Remember, it's essential to respect their personal space and give them some time to adjust. If your once cuddly cat is now avoiding your touch, it might be trying to tell you it's upset. The 6th sign is excessive meowing. Now, we all know that cats are creatures of communication, and meowing is one of their primary ways to express themselves. But when that meowing becomes excessive, it's time to pay attention. It's similar to a child crying. It's not always a sign of distress, but it can certainly indicate that something's not right. Cats may meow excessively when they're upset or stressed. This could be due to a number of reasons, from a change in their environment to a lack of attention. It's their way of telling us that they're unhappy with something. For instance, if you've recently moved or if there's a new pet in the house, your cat may meow more than usual to express its discomfort with the new situation. So, what should you do? Listen to your cat, pay attention to their needs, and if necessary, consult with a vet. If your cat's meow has gone from cute to constant, it might be more than just a call for dinner. The fifth sign is inappropriate elimination. Now this one might come as a bit of a surprise, but cats have a unique way of expressing their displeasure or discomfort. Instead of meowing or scratching, they might choose to take matters into their own paws, so to speak. So if you're finding unpleasant surprises outside the litter box, it might not be a simple case of forgetfulness or bad aim on your cat's part. Cats, being the clean animals they are, usually stick to their designated areas for elimination. However, if they're upset, they might urinate or defecate outside their litter box as a form of protest. This kind of behavior can also be a sign of underlying health issues, so it's important not to ignore it. And remember, it's not about punishing your feline friend for this behavior. It's about understanding why it's happening in the first place. If your cat's bathroom habits have suddenly changed, it might be trying to send you a message. The fourth sign is changes in eating habits. When our feline friends start to alter their usual dietary routines, it might just be a red flag. Cats are creatures of habit, and any significant changes, such as refusing to eat or eating too quickly, could indicate stress or unhappiness. Refusing to eat might be a cat's silent protest against something disturbing them, whereas eating too fast could be a sign of anxiety. Cats also have a tendency to overeat when they're upset or bored. So, if your cat is suddenly showing an insatiable appetite, it's not always a cause for celebration. Instead, it may be a sign of emotional turmoil. On the other hand, if your kitty is leaving more food untouched than usual, it could be expressing its displeasure or discomfort. So, if your cat's food bowl is suddenly full or empty, it might be time to take notice. Understanding these signs can help you build a more harmonious relationship with your feline companion. The third sign is aggression towards other pets. Cats, being the complex creatures they are, may express their discontent through heightened aggression towards other household pets. This can manifest in a myriad of ways, from sudden bouts of hostility to a marked increase in territorial behavior. Now it's essential to note that cats are inherently territorial creatures, but an escalation in this natural tendency could be a sign of underlying distress. If your usually placid feline friend has suddenly morphed into a house bully, picking fights or marking their territory more frequently, it's time to take note. This aggression isn't just directed at other cats. Dogs, birds, and even smaller pets could find themselves on the receiving end of your cat's ire. This behavior might be your cat's way of lashing out due to unhappiness. It's a cry for help, a signal that something might be amiss. So, if your cat has suddenly become a bully, it might be lashing out due to unhappiness. This is a special habit that cats have developed over thousands of years. They groom themselves to keep clean, to cool down, and even to relax. However, when they're stressed or unhappy, they might overgroom or lick themselves excessively. It's their way of self-soothing, similar to how humans might bite their nails or twirl their hair when they're anxious. Overgrooming can be a subtle sign to look out for, as it may not seem unusual at first. However, if you notice your cat spending an inordinate amount of time grooming, it could be a sign of stress. This could be due to a variety of reasons, from changes in their environment to conflicts with other pets. One of the most obvious signs of overgrooming is bald patches. If your cat is grooming so much that it's causing bald patches, it might be more than just vanity. It's a cry for help that shouldn't be ignored. And the number one sign is changes in body language. In the feline world, body language is a key form of communication. Cats might not be able to speak our language, but they sure do have a language of their own. So if your cat starts showing changes in its body language, it's time to take notice. One of the most common signs is flattened ears. Yes, this is your cat saying, "I'm not happy right now." If you notice your cat's ears turning sideways or backward, it's a clear indication they're upset or frightened. Another sign to watch out for is a puffed up tail. A cat's tail is like a mood ring, and a puffed up tail is a telltale sign of fear, aggression, or surprise. It's their way of making themselves appear larger and scarier to potential threats. Remember, your cat's body language is its main form of communication, so keep an eye on those subtle cues. And there you have it. The top 10 signs your cat might be unhappy with you. We've explored everything from them ignoring you, biting or scratching, hiding away, avoiding affection, excessive meowing, inappropriate elimination, changes in eating habits, aggression towards other pets, overgrooming, to changes in their body language. These signs are not just indicators of a disgruntled kitty, but could also signify a larger issue at hand, such as an underlying illness. If you notice any of these signs persistently, it's crucial to consult with a vet to ensure your feline friend's health and well-being. After all, our cats can't verbally tell us when they're feeling off. It's up to us to decode their behaviors and ensure they're not just content, but thriving. So keep a keen eye on your feline companion, and remember, understanding your cat is the first step to a happy and healthy relationship.